Just wait a couple seconds.
Are we live?
We're live.
We're live and in action. Hello.
Just waiting for people.
Just waiting for people to come, shut up. Welcome to the party. I am Bautista. This is my lovely wife.
Hi.
Those of you that don't know, yes, we are married. Today we're going to be doing Spartan Fire. We're just going to wait a few minutes while everybody shows up here, so that way we can go ahead and start with a good amount of viewers here, so nobody misses out on it. Thank you for tuning in. How many people do we have so far? Oh, how many people do we have so far?
Just like four. Just
Four
wait a
people?
few. Yeah. We'll wait a few.
Hi, everybody.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Don't be afraid to say anything if you can't hear Jay.
Hi, Kelly.
He's soft-spoken.
Sometimes I am a little bit soft-spoken.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. But I do try to project from time to time. If I'm not projecting, just give a shout out. Hey, Jay, speak up, and I'll go ahead and speak up, of course.
We're so excited that you guys are showing up. This is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be really, really cool. I hope you guys all like my makeup.
Like your photo booth shirts.
And the photo shirts.
Yeah, check them out. See, we got some new shirts in for our photo booths. Hey, what's up? Okay, I got the girl version, no button. And Jay just told us that he likes the ones with no buttons. And we were like,
Well, I like the ones with no buttons because it looks like it's more comfortable, you know. And this, you gotta kind of. When I put it on at the beginning, it was all the way up over here.
Oh,
And it was, yeah.
mm-hmm. You see this? No, he likes the girl shirts. It's okay.
So we should probably get started, yeah?
sure.
Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is a design from the book, my new ebook, One Brush Wonders. It's called Spartan Fire. It's one of my personal favorites of the book. If you don't have the book, that's fine. You can still, follow along, check it out. If you don't have the book, check it out at www.j-bautista.com/media. It's up on the description of the live feed. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start by loading up our brush. I'm going to go ahead and take a round brush here, and what I'm doing is I'm really loading it up and getting a good amount of consistency on the brush. Now a lot of people will just go ahead and take that right there and then go ahead and start painting, but I want to actually dip my brush back in and really saturate that bristles with all that paint right there, just so I get a good amount of paint on the brush. If you hear some grunting in the back, that's actually our dog. Welcome to my home. We have a Boston Terrier that's about almost 10 years old. And when she sees a toy, which she probably has right now, that's her struggling with the toy.
She wants all the attention right now because we're not giving it to her.
So here we go. I'm going to start by going around the ocular socket, which is this right here. Try to stay as close as I can to the eyebrow, right here, going around and then coming up to a nice sharp point like that. Make sure your points are nice and sharp because that's going to determine focal points. It's also going to allow you to really get that nice crispness of the design whenever you complete it. So basically following the ocular socket right around here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take it and then shoot this line back this way. So I come in and then back out. If you see a bit of paint right here and you want to just clean it up, you can just go ahead and clean that up so it's not so thick right there. This design is going to kind of mirror itself, so we're going to kind of bend to the top. Just like that. So as you can see, that's what it looks like. Going up and down. I'm going to go ahead and load up the brush now. What we're going to do here is take this, shoot it up this direction, just like that. Just like that. From here, what I'm going to do is drop it down and I start to add the fire element to it, just like that. What I'm doing is I'm kicking it back, just like I did over here. I loop it around, and I start to swirl it out that direction, and back up. So I'm going to do that exactly to the other side. Just like this. Back down. Around like this. Giving it that fire look right there. All right. Any questions so far? No? All right. So from here, feel free to, ask any questions if you guys have any. I bring it down. Just like that. 1. And then 2. And then I'm going to bring this around. Just like that. Same thing over here. And then I'm going to loop it just like that. So you see I got a little bit of tribal, a little bit of fire in there, but it makes a really cool look. Now, same brush, fill that in. This is a number 3, I believe, round brush.
And what kind of red paint?
And this paint is Wolf Effects. Wolf Effects. So we're going to do this design on the other side, but we're not going to do the whole thing because you can make it symmetrical if you want to, but I am a big fan of asymmetry. So in the book we have it asymmetrical. So we're going to go ahead and take this right here and bring this like that. And yes, you can get sharp points and thick lines with the same brush. So from here, do the same thing. I'm going to drop it down, just like that. And then I'm going to kick it around here. I'm going to make sure I touch the base line right here, and then pull it out this way to create that fire look. Just like that. From here, kick it back. Creating that fire dance. And then I just want to connect it just like that. Same brush, fill that in.
Is this design similar to the one you demonstrated at BodyCon Dallas?
I can't remember which one I did at BodyCon Dallas. Unfortunately, my memory is not that great. This is a design that I've been working on, and it's gotten a little bit better over time. And this now is the polished version of it. So BodyCon was almost a year ago, I think. And I think that was in its infancy stage, and now it's at its completion. So same brush, I'm going to load up some yellow, okay?
And if you're just tuning in now, he's using a number 3 round.
That's true.
And hi, everybody.
And hello.
Welcome.
Welcome. So this tutorial is going to be up on the Facebook page until it's uploaded on the website, and then from there you can come back and check it up on the website. And we're going to be doing this once a month, so feel free to tune in when we go live right here. You can ask any questions while I'm here, and of course, if you miss it, you can check it out on the website right there. Alright, so here we go. Same brush. Let's go ahead and start over here. And what I want to do is start hitting the tips. Just like that. Hit the tips. Just like that. You're going to work that magic all the way around. Just like that. You can get a good amount of paint out of that brush. So keep working it until you are confident that all the paint is out of there. The reason being, it saves time. And as we all know, when you're working online, time is money. The faster that you move, the better. Alright, so as you can see, you have your, your hard red right here. And in here you have that nice yellow fade into it. Okay? So we'll do the other side real quick. Same thing. Start right here. Bring that yellow in.
Those sharp points are beautiful.
Oh, well thank you. The sharp points are beautiful. Who is that from?
Contessa.
Contessa. Hello, Contessa. It's all about practicing, getting that nice thin to thick to thin.
And keeping your brushes pretty.
Keeping your brushes pretty. If your brush is starting to fray, don't worry about it. Go back in with your with some hot water. So you want to boil some hot water. Dip your brush all the way up to the metal tip for about 3 seconds, no more, no less. And that will allow your bristles to kind of reform again, especially if you're using a synthetic brush. I can't speak of the other brushes, but the synthetic one, you can definitely do that. As you see, you got the yellow. Let's add a little bit more yellow to this side just for fun. Now, you might be asking yourself, can I add the yellow first? Yes, you can if you want to. I like to do it this way so you can see how it looks, and then as you get better at it, just like anything else, you can create your shortcuts, like adding the yellow first. Just like when you first started your butterflies, you know, you weren't that great at them. Well, at least I know I wasn't. And as over time, you start to develop shortcuts. Same thing with all your designs, like your tigers, your puppy dogs, your all that stuff. Oh, speaking of puppy dogs, I just did a Faba TV class on puppies. Check that out. It's really cool.
What's it called?
It's called Puppy Power.
Is it out?
I think it's not out yet, no?
Oh, yeah.
It's not out yet, but I think it's called Puppy Power. If it is out yet,
Coming soon
coming
to a
soon.
Faba TV near you.
Yeah, good stuff over there. Okay, so now that we have that here, I'm going to start my outline. So I'm going to take my black. Going to load up my black.
Wolf black.
Wolf black.
And what brush are you using?
Same brush.
Same brush, number 3. Round.
Alright, so from here, we're going to go ahead and, so from here I'm going to start here. I'm going to follow that line this way. Then I'm going to kick it in and add a serif right there. Now serif is curly bit, that's all it means. And I'm trying to create depth without having to create the shadows that imply the depth. That snorting is the puppy.
How long would this design take you on a normal event?
I try to keep everything at least 5 minutes or under. So even like my full face designs, there's ways to cut short and make them 5 minutes. See, going around, you got your little serif, which is your curly bit. Bringing it down, around, and up right there. Now be sure you're not to bring that sharp line into here. This is all about brush control. Allowing yourself to see a point, end at that point exactly where you want to, and then maneuver back to another point where you want to. Sometimes we get a little bit carried away and we do this line and we go, you know what, I want this line to end right here. And what happens is we do it and it doesn't end exactly where we want it to be. Anybody had that happen to them? Happened to me. And it's all about brush control, really practicing and honing in. So if you know that you don't want to get into the hairline here, maybe stop your design around here, and that way when you get to that point, your line can kind of finish and taper off at that very end. That helped me get to that point. So I add my serif right there, come back in here, around, serif in again. Okay. Now we're gonna do the top part. You see right here how I left that yellow? That was intentional, leaving that yellow line right into the design right there, because that's where I go to my nice point. I'm gonna serif right there. Just like that. Moving this up, like that. Back down. Serif in. Up. Around. Just like that. Bring it down. There's the snorting again. There's the dog. Serif in. Connect right there. Now it gives it that extra coolness because instead of just outlining it and saying, okay, this is a cool design, let me just go ahead and outline it, just by adding those extra little bits right there, it just makes it so much more. And it just adds a lot more to it, I feel. And I actually started this design when it was by accident. And you ever had those happy little accidents where you do something and you go, oh, well, that's actually really cool. I was teaching a workshop in Houston. I was with Lisa Morales at her house teaching a workshop, and we started doing a fire design. And I had taken a wrong turn in the painting, but when I did it, I stepped back and I looked at it and I'm like, oh, I could do this with it. And then I just kind of emulated from there, and then we created this cool like Spartan Fire design, and now it's evolved into this right here. So the point of that is, if you're doing something and you made a mistake, don't erase it. Take a picture of it, revisit it, and it'll allow you to kind of see what you can do to improve upon that instead of just feeling like it was wasted time. So make sure you save your photos, make sure you take progression shots, especially if you're just starting out. You want to make sure that you can see how you've evolved as an artist. Just like that. Practice that. It's all just brush control right there. So we'll do the other side.
Do you always outline this design?
I've always outlined this design, yes. Do you have to? Probably not. You know, there's many different ways to skin a cat. For those of you that want to try it without the outline, I would love to see it. Post it. Tag me in it. Maybe help me come up with some new ideas as well. So here we go. We serif into it. That dog is really going to town. I don't know if you can hear her in the back, but she's got a toy that she wants everybody to know she has that toy.
She's eating your shoe.
And she's eating my shoe.
No.
I was like,
Alright, so here we go. You want to keep your finger outside of the paint whenever you paint, so that way your pinky stays nice and clean. To kind of stay outside. Just like that. Go up to a nice sharp point like that. Then I'm going to serif right down into it. Pinky, notice my pinky is not in the paint. just like that. From here, rinse off the brush. And take my lemon chiffon. Lemon chiffon, where do you get that from? For those of you who don't know, the lemon chiffon is actually from Face Paint Australia. It is pretty awesome. It's an awesome company. You want to talk to Dale Propoche. She is the one that has that stuff over there. It's good stuff.
She's one awesome lady.
And she's one awesome lady.
Love her.
All right. So here we go. From here, the lemon chiffon, you're going to notice, is lighter than the regular yellow. And the reason being, it allows us to get a nice highlight off of it, especially since we mixed that yellow on the red. It's kind of muted the color a little bit, but still enough to pop it and make a difference. This is going to make it really nice to highlight. So from here, let's go ahead and add a highlight like that. I'm a big fan of these highlights right here. It just reminds me of comic book highlighting. I call it the Morse code. Just like that. So it's a dot and a line, or you could even do dot dot line followed by a dot dot. Up to you. Just like that. Then we'll do the other side. There's a dog.
That's not his toy.
She's like a house pig.
Our dog is basically a house pig. It's a Boston Terrier, which is part of the pug family. Just like that. Now, if you really want it to pop and get a really cool comic book effect, what you want to do is you want to take that same lemon chiffon color and outline the whole thing. So let's go ahead and outline some of the parts so you can see what I'm talking about. This is something I didn't do in the book, but I have a tendency to do this on other designs. So from here, what I'm going to do just like that. Just like that. So you're just kind of adding an extra layer of coolness to the paint. This takes a lot of brush control. For those that are kind of iffy on whether they can do that or not, try it. I recommend doing it because when I first started outlining stuff like this, my hand wasn't up to par. But when you put yourself in that uncomfortable position in anything in life, you are forced to learn and grow. So we're going to add and outline that part right there. And it adds that extra layer of pop to the design. Just like that. So you can see the difference from the light highlights on the outside to not. So we're going to go ahead and Just like that. That dog is going crazy. Just like that. One little part I want to clean up real quick. Now, when I paint this in real time, I don't really outline that with the lemon chiffon. I kind of leave it just the regular with the highlights. And the reason being just because it saves time. But if you want to add some cool effects to it and you have the time, you can add that lemon chiffon to it to spice it up a little bit. And this is the Spartan Fire. Fun stuff. And we're going to be doing this once a month. For those that are, catching the tail end of it, or if you haven't seen it live, don't worry. It's going to be up on here on Facebook until I upload it onto the website, and then you can check it out over there. You must be a member of the site to check it out. So if you tell your friends or any of your painter buddies, they have to be registered on the site. And I'm going to go ahead and say a thank you email as well to everybody and show you, new things that are coming up and everything like that. Check out the book if you haven't gotten it yet. www.j-bautista.com/media. And I think we're going to do a poll on the Facebook group to see what you guys want to see next that's out of the book. And then we're going to do some stuff that we haven't even done yet. So that way, you guys can learn some new stuff, I can learn some new stuff, and we can all kind of grow together as artists. That's what it's all about, right? So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Shoot me on the Facebook group. I can answer it as as the days progress. And then once it's archived on the actual site, if you have questions about anything, you can always email me. May not answer right away, but Facebook is the best way to get a hold of me because I have that Messenger app, and it's like getting a text message. So feel free to hit me up. All right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I'll see you later.